The DCEU is in full swing, and unfortunately things have not been going well for them lately. Justice League has been revealed to be the lowest grossing film in the Italian franchise, and there's a lot of moving going on in the background. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about stories that I would like to see. Now, I'm Nerdy Gamer, and today I'm going to pick 3 stories that I think should appear in the DCEU in the future. These are all my choice, so obviously you might disagree with me, or you might pick another story that you think should be in. I will say before I start that Flashpoint won't be mentioned because as of right now, of the time of recording this, Flashpoint is meant to be the Flash's solo film in the next few years, so Flashpoint won't be mentioned. I don't know how many times I've read Flash there, but so with that, let's get started, and I hope you enjoy it. As everyone knows, Batman is known as the greatest detective. He has a plan for every situation he ever gets into, and he also has a plan on how to stop the Justice League if the time comes that they turn evil. Now, imagine if these plans were stolen by one of your arch enemy. That is exactly what did happen in the story arc of Tower of Babel, where Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, it depends how people want to pronounce it, steals the plans, and with this knowledge, he is able to wipe the floor with the Justice League. With that, it's because he can only do that now because of Batman basically giving him the means to do the deeds. This one would be a great idea to do in the DCEU because it could throw in a bit of doubt, like split the team like Civil War did in the MCU, split the team in fracture, let them know, can they trust each other? Should Batman be trusted? But Batman states that he did it for everyone because who knows what could happen. And truth be told, at least he had a plan, because I don't see anyone else having a plan if Superman ever turned evil. And I would love for this storyline just to take place in the DCEU, and you can leave it with them fractured. So then you have a team, basically, the Justice League is basically split apart. They're torn apart by all this doubt, and you could do a film where Menace is going to come down to wipe the floor with him. This it seems so obvious that this story needs doing. It's such a brilliant storyline, and I hope to see it one day in the DCEU. My second choice is a very recent story arc that appeared in the New 52, and it's a Batman-centered story called The Court of Owls. In this story arc, we discover that there is a cult or organisation called the Court of Owls running things behind the background in Gotham City. It's unknown who's members of them because they all wear white masks, which are very creepy, I feel. And they have numerous assassins called Talions, who are, as it was revealed, deceased people who they've kept enforcing, and they'll awaken them when the time comes for them to do work. And in the Court of Owls, it's revealed that they are going to kill Bruce Wayne, not knowing that Batman is Bruce Wayne. I remember reading the storyline and just thinking, it was amazing. I just thought, it's an awesome idea. And I love the idea also that Batman knows every crook and cranny of Gotham City, but he does not know that there's a secret group of people in this city running things without him saying so. Now, if they did this in the DCEU, you could put this as like a villain who are working things behind the background for numerous films. so they could be putting doubt into certain members' heads. They could make release certain villains, like, I don't know, for example, say they went to Arkham Asylum, released Killer Croc, basically he has to keep Batman busy while they do something else. You could do so much with it, and it could all build up to like a big story where basically these guys have basically run the place, and that would be my second choice to be in the DC. My number one choice, was there any doubt? Crisis on Infinite Earths, where basically this was to put an end to the multiverse. Basically, a being called the Anti-Monitor is coming and is going to wipe out the multiverse and put them into one. And it was just a brilliant story. You had Supergirl, the Flash dying. You had Superman from Earth 2 meeting the Superman from Earth 1, and all these heroes coming together. And if they did this in the DCEU, you could also look at it as like a soft reboot. If you kind of look at, like, say that there's more Earths, so this is what it's going to be like. And it was one of the most epic storylines that the DC Comics ever written in years, and it's still known today as like one of the greatest stories, because back then it was very unnatural, well, not unnatural, just weird that the heroes died. The Flash ran so fast that he actually disintegrated. Supergirl was killed, and they just need to do this. Obviously, Supergirl does not... I don't know if Supergirl is in the DCEU yet, if she's hinted at. I don't know, maybe she does, but I would love for this story to take place. So guys, that's my pick. My 3 stories that I would like to see in the DCEU in the future. Maybe I missed one, maybe you disagree. Let me know in the comments section below, and I hope you liked the video. I'm also still doing a Q&A, and I need some questions from some of my subscribers. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask me, comment on the link below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.